The State House lawn, a tranquil, stately garden of stone, now a religious battleground. All along, the state has maintained this is a debate about history, not religion. But those parties filing suit today say it is precisely the opposite.
They've done is they said, well, City, you took this Ten Commandment monument, and you've seen thousands of these, by the way, around the country. You took this Ten Commandment monument 40 years ago. You have to take our monument, and their monument is the 7 aphorisms, which are kind of the contrary to the Ten Commandments. It's the anti-commandments. It's almost, they say it's a Gnostic religion. I'm not going to get into the theology. I'm going to say this, though. They put these cities in the most difficult situation. So what we're doing is saying, look, when the government is the speaker, for instance, accepting the Statue of Liberty, you don't have to put up a Statue of Tyranny because some group wants it up. But this will affect every one of these monuments throughout the United States, and not just the Ten Commandment monuments. This will impact all the Veterans of Foreign War monuments. This will impact all the Veterans of Foreign War monuments. All the Veterans of Foreign War monuments.
Civil authority. Back to the goddess worship.
All the Veterans of Foreign War monuments. Veterans of Foreign War monuments. All the Veterans of Foreign War monuments.
Get in here later on today. It's not going to be a lot of rain. Get in here later on today. It's not going to be a lot of rain. It will be dry. We're only calling for about a
The United States government has filed on our behalf. 72 organizations have filed 18 briefs on our side of the case. The United States government has filed on our behalf. The United States government has filed on our behalf. The United States government is filed on our behalf.
It's not just the Ten Commandments. If you look up in here, you see the Eye of Providence there. That's part of the Great Seal of the United States.
So you had their Trinity. They worship the sun and the stars, and they worship the moon, and they worship the earth.
And that's why this symbol of Bel and this symbol of his consort, Ashraf, are the two great seals on your $1 bills.
The United States government is filed on our behalf.
The main argument that you have,
When the government is creating a message,
Right.
like liberty,
Right.
Statue of Liberty, or the value of the Ten Commandments. Ten Commandments play a big deal. When the government's the speaker, the government can determine the message. It's very different from a situation where the government invites all kinds of groups to come in, and then it's a diversity of views.
That opened the door for other faiths to display their religious symbols, like self-proclaimed witch Tracy Eves, who won approval this morning to put up this pentacle, supporting the Wicca faith. 2 hours after the pentacle was put up, it was stolen. And then another display appeared, this one in protest from Steve Schroeder, a monotheist who thinks religion should be kept in the church.
The sign basically protests federally enforced polytheism.
When the government's giving a message, that is the government. The government owns the message. The government owns the message. When the government's giving a message, they could say, we're going to fund activities encouraging democracy. We don't have to fund activities encouraging communism. We can encourage views that coalesce with American ideals and values in government.
judges are going to buy that? You think? You've got 4 you know that will.
Well, I'll tell you this. Take nothing for granted here. But if we lose the case, if the case is not overturned, these monuments around the country will end up going. And that would be a tragedy.
Okay. Finally, just to let everybody know what the problem is with this image. Not only was it the graven image of the Egyptian sun god, Re, not only was it the image of the Phoenicians and Bel worshippers' god, it is also the image of Washington, D.C. This is the Capitol. It's a female. This is the obelisk, or the Washington Monument, in the Federal Triangle. So this is the graven image of Washington. So we've got to see through the deception and see what's really going on here.